Hello, it's Kerry from Mobilates, and I'm here with you on a warm Wednesday. Not too fierce here. I'm in Devon. It's okay, there's a bit of a breeze, but it's a long heat wave, this one. It's going into next week as well. So I hope you are pacing yourselves, taking things gently, regular sips of whatever you are drinking today. I've got my water today, so just regularly having a little sip of this, more than usual as well. We're going to take it as usual, nice and gently. We are going to do a mixture of standing, sitting and lying down. And it might be that you want to stay laying down the whole time. It might be that you want to stay in the chair the whole time. I mix between the three positions, and I'll show you some sort of alternatives. So if you're in the chair, how it looks different to doing it standing, that sort of thing. And just is to open up the access so that whatever position you're comfortable in, and you might change during the session, you've always got something to do, some way to move. Shall we get started? You can always give me a hello, by the way. I can see comments here, so I'll know if you pop in. And you might be a regular, you might be here with me every week or nearly every week. You might be first timer or just dipping in every now and again. Let me know what you think, if there's any suggestions you want. Shall we get started? Wider legs. I'm going to move our arms out to the side and then gently downwards. Let's take a breath in and look up a little as we do that. And now a slow breath out as we take them down. Another breath in. Grow a little taller in your chair where you're standing. And then take it down, and one more. And then take your arms downwards. We're going to look at our feet. So just having a look at your feet. Now, maybe I'm in bare feet at the moment because it's warmer. In the winter, I feel like I'm always in some sort of socks because my feet gets really cold. So this is a rare time of year, I feel, where I can really see my feet. So I want you to move your toes up and down. Now, if you're in socks, it still works. If you're in shoes, it still works. You'll just feel your shoes as you move your toes up and down. And if this feels unstable for you, I'm sort of leaning forwards and watching my feet, you can touch something. You can touch a chair or the side of something. And if you're finding it really difficult to get your toes up, if there's anything different you can put under your feet. So if I move back, so I've got the rug under my feet, and now my toes are just on the edge of the mat. And maybe I feel like I can lift them a little higher now because it's just the change under my feet. Now we're going to do something. It could be a little challenging. So we're going to try and lift up our big toes only. I was practicing this beforehand. And I can just about do it. And I practice this quite a lot. Now, I was going to suggest you do your big toes. And then you try to do your little toe. And I had to go. And I just can't get my little toe off the floor by itself. So what I'm going to suggest is big toe up. Don't worry if it's not moving. Big toe down. Other toes up. Take them down. Now, if you're struggling, you can watch your feet. It helps. If you can reach your feet, you can lift your big toe and let the others press down. And then place your big toe down. Lift the other toes. Try and keep your big toe down. You can even hold it down with your fingers. And you could do this on something higher, like a footstool. Lift it up a little bit higher. But we're just trying to alternate between that big toe and the other toes. I mean, if we were to practice this a lot, we might get to be able to lift the big toe and then the little toe and sort of alternate between the two. But that was definitely beyond me today. And as you're lifting all the other toes up, trying to spread them out, I find my little toes will spread out, the other ones, it's a mixed bag. Last one. And now, whichever position you're in, standing or sitting, we're going to pelvic tilts. So if you're sitting, your feet are facing ahead, your knees are facing ahead, your legs are parallel, your feet are parallel. grow a little taller. Imagine that the underneath of your bottom is a bowl. And then we're going to rock the bowl backwards, tip it backwards, and then tip the bowl forwards. So when you tip backwards, it's like whatever's in the bowl falls out of the back. And when you tip forwards, it goes between your legs. If you're doing this standing, same parallel legs. You can feel your bowl if you like. The underneath of the bowl is still underneath between your legs. The front is round, the back not so round, sort of flattish, going inwards a bit. Tip the bowl forwards, tip the bowl back. So it's just this part. It's not this. It's not that part of the spine. It's just the pelvis. And you can see, because I've got these swingy sort of hands on, you can see them sort of move a little as I tip forwards and then move a little as I tip back. Last one. A little wiggle. Right, now we're going to go for a little neck movement. So tap your head, pull your face back. We'll turn our head. And then we're going to do a sort of chicken. So we've got that feeling of pulling the face back. And now we're going to go forwards and then backwards. And I'm looking at something. And I'm trying to go forwards with my gaze, my nose, my mouth, and then I'm pulling back. Feel my chin's kicking in. And hold it at the back. And now we'll have a little tilt side to side. And we'll roll our shoulders. And then we're going to do some elbow stirs. So I like alternating ones of these, because it gets a little bit of rotation through the body. Then we're going to do an arm circle with one arm. So this arm's going to come forwards, palm facing this sort of midline. And then I'm going to turn my palm like I'm going to push away a load of people. So imagine a queue, somewhere really frustrating. We've been waiting for ages and ages. I find post offices can be one of those places that you're waiting for such a long time. Imagine that queue, just boom, 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 everybody goes. Let's do the other side. Now, as I do this, nothing else is changing. I'm not doing a big lift of my chest or anything like that. I want to keep all this really still. Just isolate to my arm and then push out the side. And then we can try both arms. Now, as I lift up, my body's drawn, it's feeling like it could go like this. So I'm keeping a bit of tension here. And then I'm doing that double push out to the side. One more. Breathing in and breathing out. Very nice. Take your legs wider. Arms together. It's like there's an invisible ball between them. And take that ball round in a circle in front of you. And then if you want to make it bigger, you can do. And more of your body can get involved. If you don't like making it bigger, keep it smaller. And then bring it back so your arms are down. I'm going to do the next one sitting. We're going to go in the other direction. So the arms come forwards, the legs are wider. And I'm going round in a circle. So if I didn't want to make it too big, I might stay upright. And I might take my arms on that journey, my shoulders on that journey, but not much of the rest of my body. There's a little bit of turning going on. If you want to make it bigger than this, you might dip down between your legs. You can keep your back straight if that's better for your spine. And you could also keep your arms much smaller, holding that ball. And then bring it in. Right, next we're going to do a little knee raise. One leg's going to press down and the other leg, if you're sitting, is going to hover off the floor. If you're standing, you might need something you're holding on to and the other leg comes up so it's in this 90-degree shape or as high as you can get it, and then you take it down. Press this one down, bring the other one up. Push down into it, resist it a little bit. Do that a few more times sitting. If you're standing, it looks like this. Oh, let's go for same side arm actually. Going to do it a few times. I'm keeping all this really level, so I'm not letting that happen. My hip go out to the side, keeping everything level. And then I'm going to do the other side. Now this hand, this is where you could be holding on to something. I'm just going to finger touch there. And one more time. And then let that go. Give everything a little shake. And start to get a bit swishy. Move the legs, move the arms. That's it. And then come back, keep those legs wider. If you're standing, you could sink down and let your legs bend a little. The knees are going out over the toes. Place your hands in a prayer position. Pull your face back a little. Thumbs are on your chest. Fingers can even be on your chin. Now we're going to turn from the waist. Now, if you've got osteopenia or osteoporosis, it's a small turn. What I like to do when I'm doing this seated is I don't take my legs too wide if I'm thinking about spinal restriction for osteopenia and osteoporosis. And then I use my legs as a bit of a sort of guideline. So I'm lining my fingers just up with the thighs. And then that will contain your range of movement. So you've still got twisting and turning. It's just not going too extreme. If you're comfortable with a wider range and your spine's happy with that, you can take it a little further. And we're looking for these ribs to go twisting round. Your head is just going with the body. Your fingers are on your chin. One more. And then we're going to go with the arms back with that invisible ball and take it to one side. And the leg can go out with you. This is how it looks seated. This is how it looks standing. So wider legs, the imaginary ball, little lunge that goes with it. And my knees going over my toes. I'm trying to get it sort of around the second and third toe. That's the last time for that side. We're going about 3 each side. So I'm going to go on this side. And you can really push into the floor with your foot and push yourself back. That's it. Lovely. Again, have a little shake. I'm just wondering if, oh yes, I'm not seeing the Facebook comments, but I can see we've got Irene and Jackie and Christine and Gillian as well. Very nice to hear from you. Right, let's get back into it. So we've done those sideways sort of movements with the lunges. Now we're going to do something else, which is a sort of sideways movement. It's like a sort of star shape. So I'll show you in standing first, and I'm going to go closer to something because I know this is going to be a balancy one. So I've got my wider legs. I'm going to take my weight into one leg, and this is where I'm looking for a vertical sort of line. This leg, I'm going to take it out to the side, somewhere I can hold. Now I've got my arm here, just touching here. Going to bring my other arm up, and I might be able to take my arm out to the side. It's just touching the wall, and then I'm going to take it down again. Give it another go if you're standing to that side. Right, if I'm sitting, we're going to lean a little to one side. We're going to lengthen one leg. We're going to lengthen an arm away. Now you could take this leg off the floor, but it's going to feel really heavy. So I'd rather you kept it long and light, so it's not sinking down into the floor, and gave that side of your body a little stretch. And I'm pushing this hand into the chair. You could, if you're happy to, and this is a stronger sensation, that's for sure, push down into this foot and open your arms up so you've got that half star shape. And then we're going to go on the other side. So if you're seated, we're looking like that, or you're pushing down and getting that length in this arm and this leg, maybe this arm. If you're standing, got the weight, the vertical going down here. We're going to lift this leg out to the side. I've got nothing to support on this side, so I'm just going to grow for it. And I feel like I'm growing my arms, growing my legs. Let's lengthen that foot, push into the floor, bring it back. Oh, have a little jiggle. Right, we're going to take it down to the floor next. I think it's a good time now to have a few sips. And you might want a cushion for your head if you're lying down. You might want a cushion for your back if you're seated. And if you're coming to lying down, we're going to lie down with our legs bent. If you're seated, you're going to sit on the front third of your chair. Let's just take the camera downwards. Take the microphone downwards a little. There we go. So we're lying down if you are lying down, or you're seated on the front third of your chair. We'll have our legs in this sort of 90-degree shape, L shape. Check that you're getting comfy if you're lying down, because it's a bit of a change of position. You might want a little sway. And our legs are parallel, feet are pointing forwards. If you're not sure, you can close your legs together, take your heels out to the side, toes forward, knees, just let them gently part. And from here, we're going to go into pelvic tilts. So if you're lying down, you might want to have your hands on your belly because it helps with a little bit of sensation. In fact, if you're both seated and lying down, hands on the belly is nice. Now, if you're thinking of that bowl like we did before, if you're lying down, your bowl is now, the base of it is against the mat. If you're seated, your bum on the seat is the bottom of your bowl. Tip your bowl towards you and feel your lower back dipping downwards, your waistband dipping downwards if you are lying down. And then roll it forwards as if it was tipping between your legs. That's it. And if it helps to imagine something squishy under your back, we're in sort of summer fruit season, so it may be strawberries with a dollop of cream on top, and you're going to squish it, and then you're going to arch your back away from it. Think about your waistband on your trousers going towards it. If you're sitting, it's like the strawberries are right behind your waistband, and you're going to splat it. That's it. And then we'll just ease off, have a little wriggle, and let that go. Right, now we're going to try a sequence. So we're going to open the legs up. This is the knees swaying out to the side. Now, as you do this, this all stays, your belly and your back stay the same. Close your legs. So let's do it one. If I didn't keep it the same, this might happen. So my back might move around. And your head, your gaze is going to stay steady. So look up at the ceiling. I'll try and describe everything so you don't even have to watch me. So opening the legs nice and slowly, nothing else changes. You're just staring at the ceiling or staring ahead if you're seated. And then close your legs. And then extend one leg away. Now, if you are in the chair, it's going to be touching the floor. If you're lying down, could be touching or floating. Bring it back. Extend the other leg away. Again, nothing else is changing. Bring it back. And now open the legs again. Bring them back. We could bring arms into this as well. Let's start with them by our sides. We're going to do both arms as one leg goes away from us. If you're sitting, you might feel like you almost want to lean back a little. And if it feels okay, you can. So you've got that length, opposite arms to leg. Bring it back. Keep everything else still. And then we're going to take the other side away. Bring it back. Now we're going to keep everything still. You might want your hands around your hip bones, around your belly. Open the legs. Let the knees go out to the side. You roll them to the side of your feet. Keep everything else steady. Bring it back. Well done. We're going to go one more time. So one leg moves away. Both arms move away. Bring it back. Now we're going to do the same on the other leg. Bring it back. Open the legs slowly. Bring it back. And now take your arms wider. If you're lying down, it's like you're making a T shape. If you're seated, hold the sides of your chair. And let your legs sway from side to side, but keep the rest of your body where it is. Your hips might move a little bit. But from your waist upwards, that's just staying there. And then we're going to bring the legs really close to each other. Now it's like you've got one leg, or a mermaid tail, I like to imagine for this. So as you do this, the feet stick together. So as you go to one side, it's like you've got one foot. Now, with osteoporosis and osteopenia, you don't want too much twist. So keep it smaller. If you're happy with more twist and more sort of intensity in this sensation, we can take our legs to one side, hold it up. The top leg gets longer. Bring it back. Come back. So you can feel your feet and your back against the floor. We're going to go to the other side. Lengthen the top leg. It might be you just lengthen it a bit. You don't have to go fully, the full extension. It might just be, just lengthens a bit. It makes things heavier. And bring it back. And then ease off. Take your legs a little apart again and let your head turn side to side. If you're lying down, take out anything underneath your head like a cushion. You might have something flat like a towel underneath. We're going to do something similar, but add a bridge into it. If you're seated, I want you to stay on the pelvic tilt. So if you're lying down, move your feet a little closer. We'll all go into a pelvic tilt. But if you're seated, this is your chance to lift this higher. You could just keep it on the pelvic tilt. And now with your legs up here, your hips up here, open the legs, keep your bum up, keep your hips up, close the legs, roll it down. If you're seated, doing a pelvic tilt, straighten up, open the legs and close. You could do this actually with your heels raised. That would be nice for seated. Let's do that again. So we'll do our pelvic tilt. Into a bridge if you're lying down. You've done it with a heel raise if you're seated. So we're up to a comfortable height for you. So that's my sort of comfortable level today. Now keep that height, keep pushing into your feet. Open the legs up, close the legs, roll it down. Could you do that again? I'm going to just demo the seated version. So sitting, my legs slightly apart, I'm going to do a heel raise, then my pelvic tilt, then open and close the legs, take it down. Heel raise, pelvic tilt, straightened up, open the legs, close the legs, take it down. Right, this next one, if you're seated, put your arms out in front of you. If you're lying down, put the arms upwards. It's the same again, just we've slightly changed something. So we'll do that tilt. We'll come up a little higher if you're comfortable too. We're going to open the legs, close them, roll it down. One more. Option here, if you would like more of a back stretch, take your arms further back. Keep gazing at that place on the ceiling. Now roll it down. Just gives the spine a bit of an extra stretch. Oh, lovely. Right, we'll have a little sway. The next option is to go onto your front. We're going to do a bit of extension for the spine. So if you're lying down, that would look like this. Forehead down, you could use a bit of a cushion so your nose doesn't get too squished. And your hands, we're going to bring them really close to underneath the shoulders with the elbows pointing backwards. Now, my bum likes to sort of come up like that for this, so I'm just concentrating on bringing my hip flexors here, this sort of gappy area, downwards a little and keeping my legs straight. I'll show you the seated version in a moment. If you're lying down, we're going to roll our shoulders, and it's almost like we're taking our elbows downwards. We lift the head, and imagine you've got a pea just under your nose, and you're just going to nudge it along, and your eyes go with it, and then nudge it back and bring it down. I'm pushing lightly into my arms, thinking about my elbows going down, that pea's going up and down. If you give me a couple more of those, legs are long away from you. If you're seated, same position. So hands somewhere in front of the shoulders. We can give our shoulders a roll. Pull the head back like when we tap the head at the start. Now we're imagining a pea right on the end of the nose, and we're going to roll it upwards, an imaginary wall. Hold it there. Roll it down. Have the arms down, have a little wiggle. Arms go back. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm squeezing, see the change in my shoulders. My shoulders naturally come forwards a bit. So with this, I'm giving a little squeeze back. I'm going to roll that pea upwards. I'm squeezing back a little more on my shoulder blades. Now I'm gazing a little up, down again, ease off. I'm going to come back to the lying on the front version and just do a couple more of those. And then everybody, take your legs a little wider. Loosen off, let your bum wiggle from side to side. Now I'm going to give two different things here for seated and for lying down, because it's hard to get the same thing to work for both positions. So for lying down, this time the hands stay under the head, or you could have a cushion under your forehead. We're not going to do anything extra with our arms, but we're going to think about making our legs longer and a very small lift. So I'm going to hover one leg really long, and it's like I'm trying to make it go further down the mat and take it down. And then I'm going to lift the other leg and hover it and make it go a little longer than the other leg. So I'm just constantly trying to lengthen and lift my legs. The lifting is just a small amount. You can see that hardly coming upwards. If you are seated, front third of your chair or the surface that you're sitting on, I'd like you to tap forwards, heel dig a little, heel tuck to the floor, toes up, and now tap back. Now I can't go very far, it's a sofa bed, but I can go back a little way. Now I'm right on my toes and my toes are bent. That's it. We'll do 3 each side. So the rest of my body's just staying really upright. That's it. And then take a break. So let your legs have a sway. If you're lying down, let your bum have a sway. Right, last one. This time we're going to have our hands higher up, so no longer tucked in down here. They're going to be sort of either side of my eyes or my ears. I'm going to press into my hands and lift my head and chest up. My gaze stays downwards, and it can look a little forwards to the edge of the mat, and then I'm going to take it down again. Now this does require a little bit of pressure into the hands and the wrists. If it feels they want to go a bit wider, they could do. That feels like it's a bit more comfortable for me. You might only go up a little bit. If you're seated, I'd like you to take this same sort of move on your legs. So your legs are at 90 degrees, your palms are right over your knees, right to the front of your legs, so your arms are long. Now we're going to bring our elbows down towards our thighs and hinge forwards with a straight back. So I almost feel like I have to tuck things in, like I'm tucking bed corners in. Right, from here, we're going to press into our arms and press ourselves upwards. You could even stay here, press into your arms and send your chest forwards. So if I show you that one from the side, here's me coming down to my hinged position. I'm pushing down into my arms, I'm just sending the chest forwards, and then I'm taking it down a little lower, sending the chest forwards, or you could push right up and then come down. Right up and then come down. Last one. Now give your shoulders a roll. If you're lying down, you might want to sway your bum, and then we're going to bring it to seated just to finish off. So you might be seated on your mat, you might be seated on a couch or a chair, any position for the legs. Either interlock your fingers so your hands are together, or put one hand on top of the other. So I'm going for the interlock. And now we're starting to make an infinity shape, like a figure 8 on its side. And then you can make it bigger. And you can make it as big as you like. And with this, we get a little bit of rotation, a little bit of side bending, a bit of all sorts. That's it. And then make it smaller. And we're going to go the other way and make it bigger. We could have even changed, I'm going to do it now, change the hand clasp over. Last one. And then rest your hands down. Give your shoulders a roll. Take your palms out to the side. Scoop up the air. Bring your hands together and into your chest. Take it gently in the warm weather. Well done for moving with me. I shall see you again next week.